Why did it say now broadcasting twice? What's wrong here? I don't want anyone to miss a peek. What the fuck's going on? Off. Has my phone been trying to play music all day because of these fucking headphones? So it shows up on the website, but not the frickin' app for some reason to get the URL from.
I'm here.
Hello, 1 second.
Good luck, cutie.
I would have gotten the link out before, but it wasn't giving me a link to like hand out on the YouTube app. I had to go on the YouTube mobile website to find my own fucking stream link. Be wary of amazing chests. I love finding shit like that in games. So, you might not know this. Do you prefer Lyra or Freckles, by the way? I just like knowing what people like to be referred to as, because not everyone likes to be referred to like by their like Discord handle and shit. Hello? Oh, God, what else is wrong? Microphone is on. Why did the first one go so fine and this one's having issues? Break the jar. Oh God, cat nose on foot. Cat nose on foot. That startles me. Kibble. I need you to be present for this because you're about to witness peak game design. I don't want you to miss it because it only happens once. Hello? Hello? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Me. How much strength do I need for you? Oh, I don't even have enough dex. Oh, okay. 20 and 20. So it's 1.5. 200 strength is 1.5. So 15 and 20. Cat's knocking shit over. Alright, if you can hear me, I can ask my question again. What do you prefer to go by? Lyra or Freckles? Or something else entirely?
I'm listening.
And now I should be able to use the big boy. No, I'm not able to use the big boy. Why not? It still requires the full 20, doesn't it? I want to use the big boy because it's funny. Not yet. Alright. In addition to the... Part of me thinks if more people were like down to watch this, that I would just hop in the GWG VC, but I don't want to like derail it with this. Alright, so I need your eyes because you if memory serves, you don't know much about Dark Souls 1, right? Is that the correct assumption? That there is a lack of Dark Souls knowledge? Alright, well, two things. One, behind that door is peak content, and two, there's an example in this stairwell here of showing that the camera exists as an object in 3D space, because right about where those messages are on the floor is a trigger to change the background audio. Right? So if I stand in the right spot, like right about here, and I rotate the camera without crossing any further, the music changes. Just by standing here and turning the camera around. Because the camera, as a 3D object that's invisible, crosses the trigger for the music change.
That's really cool.
And it can be very silly too. There's one specific part in this game. It's called Ash Lake, where the music has a very noticeable beginning, and it only seems to trigger when you look up in the area coming down into the area, because you like descend into it. So a very funny thing you can do there is you can look up and down, and the first sound of the song is like a guy going bah. So you go bop bop bop. We'll get to that, but beware of amazing chest, ladies and gentlemen. Guinevere.
Thou hast journeyed far and overcome much, chosen undead. Come hither, child.
Hot.
O chosen undead, I am Guinevere, daughter of Lord Gwyn and Queen of Sunlight. Since the day Father his queen did obscureth, I have awaited thee. I bequeath the Lord vessel to thee.
By the power of the Lord vessel, you may now warp between bonfires. I can finally leave.
And inheriteth the fire of our world. Thou shalt endeth this eternal twilight and avert further undead sacrifices.
There's some fun trivia about Guinevere. Number one, Miyazaki, the director, originally didn't want her to be so curvy, but the 3D artist who made the model was so proud of his work, Miyazaki could not bear to tell him no. He couldn't bring himself to do it. Right?
O chosen undead, thou hast journeyed.
And I can join the Princess Guard Covenant by talking to her again.
Hereafter I, Guinevere, shall serve thee as thine guardian. If thou so needest, I shall devote all to thine safety. May thou be one with the sunlight forevermore. Now thou shalt go forth, chosen undead. May thou be one with the sunlight forevermore.
Another fun fact is, because she's only in this room from this angle, she actually does not have a proper back to her model. It's like that thing with 3D models where when there's no texture on the other side, you can see through it. That's how her model is from the back. So technically speaking, if you want to get really literal, Guinevere has no ass. If you want to get literal on a programming level, she has no ass. But now we can warp. We can get out of here. And because my friend Chloe asked me to kill Lautrec in the invasion and not cheese kill him, I'm going to lose the Firelink Shrine bonfire soon, I think. This is the hey assholes where we broke reality. Hello. Give me that. Ow. And this elevator is important. Because it leads back to Firelink Shrine at the start of the game. However, it also does something fun. Yoink. Roll out early, and you're up here now. How the hell they thought anybody would figure out that this is intended is beyond me. You roll onto this, you walk up here, there's an item down there, but we don't need it yet. You come all the way up, come over to the bird nest, and you curl up like a little ball, and you wait. And you wait. And then a cutscene happens after a couple seconds. I want people who started with Elden Ring who, oh, you have to talk to them a couple times, level of quests and shit. How the fuck would they figure this out? Help me. Save me. I have become one with the bird. But now we are in the Northern Undead Asylum backwards. Ow. Now, you're not really supposed to do this, yet, at all. However, I'm gonna put some pants on for this. Not those pants. These pants. Mind the crack in the floor, it causes problems. Hey look, it's man. We have some new things here now. First new thing is right here. Oscar is alive again, and he's trying to kill you now. Come here, buddy. And he's fucking fat rolling, I forgot about that. We're just gonna slowly beat him to death. Or get stunted on. Come on. There he goes. And that's how we get to the regular crest shield. We have the grass crest shield, the crest shield, and the dragon crest shield. Shield of a Nameless Knight. Poor Oscar, they took his name away. The only reason we know his name is Oscar even is because of like leftover old stuff. Oh, hello! Suddenly, Black Knight. Oh, fuck me. I gotta be very careful now. Which is why I'm gonna die. I gotta be very careful, which is why I'm not going to be. And because I didn't set the bonfire, I have to do the entire sequence with the crow again. There was a little Spanish flea. A record star he thought he'd be. There was a little Spanish flea. Something I really should do is go get Havel's ring, at least for a while. I should also probably state a little bit that I am vastly over making some of this look harder than it is because I'm doing it at like level 32. Like I think normally for Anor Londo and the Undead Asylum, the return of the revisit to the Undead Asylum, you'd normally have also additional trips through the Crow are pretty much instant because like you know what's happening. But it's like, I'm here way earlier than I should be, with way less than I should have, so it being a bit fucky is, makes sense. I believe Oscar only spawns the one time, though. But if we go... Wait, we need to go that way to get my shit back. Torch one is worse. because they both have that flail attack, but the Torch Hollow has fire damage on it. Oh, now I'm stuck here if I need to leave. Well, not stuck per se, but I have to. If he only spawns once. The other thing I need to do is get that, because this item up here you physically, literally cannot get during the tutorial section. It is, it requires a key. You get. Actually, is it impossible or is it just hard? I don't remember now. I'm pretty sure that key's from the Stray Demon Room. There we go. There. This is gonna take forever. Eh, not really. Maybe like 5 more. Black Knights are only like a tiny, at least the sword ones are, but they're similar in ease of parrying to like Silver Knights. It's just they hit a ton harder because there's only like most Black Knights don't respawn, except for there's Black Knights make up the enemies in the final area. Those are the only ones that respawn. The rest don't. However, all Black Knights have a chance of dropping whatever weapon they use. So that one could have dropped the Black Knight sword. Why did I do this to myself? This just leads here. This just leads here where I just was 10 seconds ago. Why did I go through all that trouble? Ow. Why did I do that to myself? And in some ways, having a Black Knight weapon early is cool, is good, is awesome, right? In some ways, it's actually a bad thing, because Black Knight weapons upgrade with Twinkling Titanite, which is a rare material. Weapons upgrade with rare materials of Twinkling Titanite and Demon Titanite, and I think that's it for Dark Souls 1 rare items, rare materials. Those only go to plus 10, whereas I believe in Dark Souls 1 everything else goes to like plus 20? Is it 20 or 25? I think it's 20. But to even it out, basically, the rare material weapons count as more because Dark Souls 1 takes your upgrade level into account for your matchmaking. At least in the remake it does. In Dark Souls Remastered. Not remake, remaster. In the remaster it does take your weapon upgrade level into account. So basically, if you kill a Dark Knight, a Black Knight, early on in the game and they drop a weapon, and you don't have a plus 5 weapon, you might as well have a plus 5 weapon because that's what your matchmaking will now treat you as if you have a plus 5 weapon. Also, here's another Black Knight. What we want is what's in that room behind him. I've consistently fucked that move up every time, but at least I get the partial parry every time. Partial parry is when you do when you go for a parry with it, but with it with good enough timing, where you lose a lot of stamina, you don't get the parry, but you take less damage than if you just stood there and ate it. And now we have the Peculiar Doll. Also, this is the room you start in. This item is physically not here until you revisit the area later. Also, that thing That, unlike the Asylum Demon, that is the Stray Demon. He drops a Titanite slab. Titanite slabs are the final upgrade material for, I think, everything? Do I have the other key? I don't have the Asylum West key. Where the fuck's the Asylum West key? I don't remember. You know what it is? I think I forgot that the ball respawns. I forgot that the fucking ball respawns. Anyway. I think the Asylum West key is actually in the Painted World now that I think about it. So we're gonna go to the Painted World now that we have the Peculiar Doll. We're gonna suicide run through all the fucking Torch Hollows and almost die anyway. We're gonna run past Snuggly. We're gonna curl up like a ball, cry to mom, and we're gonna go back to Firelink. And it puts you back the fuck up here, which is horribly nerve-wracking. Ah. Darkness. Darkness within darkness awaits you. Whoop. Oh, there's the fucking West key. Whoop, whoop. Fuck. I don't know why that was the Painted World. Also, that water will not be there much longer. So, fucking up when I did is a good thing. Petrus.
Hello there. I am, if not.
Okay. How about now?
But I here. No. Oh,
He gave me.
I have. So what would?
He gave me a pretty penny.
Very well.
Sure. I left the Princess Guard to join the Way of the Losers. Just to get that. just to be able to shrug like an asshole. And...
Come again.
Yep. Okay, Petrus, you're an asshole, a coward, and a loser. Ring my bell. Whoop. Alright. Hup. So we go all the way up again because I'm doing one of the... I should have remembered that that's what that key was. For some reason that was like a soul thing, like a soul of a great hero or something. But no, it's the key I was looking for. Why are you already up here? Whoa. Little do you know, it just spawns more hollows every time you come back. When in doubt, more guys. Send more dudes. It says a lot about bow builds where I still can't one-tap freaking basic hollows without a headshot. It says a lot. Now another fun little detail. When you first do the tutorial, there's only one armored hollow in this room. And that's why he aggroes first. The second one doesn't aggro until you get closer with the spear. Ow. I have the undead floor 2 west, floor 2 west key. We can open this door, and we can get the rusted iron ring. What does that do? Not a lot, but what it does very well. Oh. Mental Gin. The rusted iron ring allows you to walk normally and in areas where your movement would be impeded. Yeah, the only problem with the Black Knight thing, with the weapon, is you get one shot per Black Knight until you get to like the end of the game. That part's a little rough with that. I mean, that makes sense. You've having a rough time with enemies because it's a learning experience. Every enemy with enough time becomes predictable. Hello, lady. She cannot speak, but she can do this. I now have I now have an Estus flask +1. I heal a bit better. What do now? I mean, now that we have the Lord Vessel, we can go pretty much fucking anywhere. So close to being able to use the big funny bow. Because I want to kill a boss with that. Because it's funny. We can now go back to the Dark Moon Tomb. Pull the lever. Oh, thank God that works out. So I have to pull the lever like 6 times. Actually, you know what? Before we go to the Painted World, because that's the next, like, full-fledged map we're going to, before we go to the Painted World, we are going to beat the snot. And by beat the snot out, we're going to beat the snot out of an iconic foe. And by beat the snot out of, I mean we're going to get killed in one hit. We're going to fight an iconic enemy. And we're going to get our ass beat because he does a goofy amount of damage and I have a comedic lack of health. However, glorious pathing. I am actually going to, on the way there,
Need any?
on the way to Havel, I need to go get the embers so I can upgrade my bow higher, so I'm going to get all that.
Don't get yourself night.
Thank you, Andre. I'm going to very slowly kill this thing. Or A, because there's like multiple of them. Titanite Demon. And if I stand here, I can hit him, but he can't hit me, so I can just stand here and blink him with arrows till he dies. Riveting gameplay. You get your first Demon Titanite that way. Turn right at the first pool of water. Turn right at the light up flower. Immediately wrap left. This is the inverse of what we did very early into this run, where we came up this way doing some secret, it's not secret, sequence break type shit, and we missed this little guy. Not today, Satan. Got some Twinkly Titanite and then Titanite Chunk, which will be helpful eventually, because the Dragon Slayer, the big ass bow that we want to use, upgrades with Twinkling Titanite. There is something horrible over there. I apologize in advance for the noise it is going to make. I'm going to go ahead and grab the armor in front of it now. Crystal Golem. Whoa! Grab that, turn around, and we're gonna run away. Then we come up this way. Avoiding the giant water splats that make a funny noise. And because we have the master key that we started the game with, we can open this door and get almost killed immediately. Alright, come on, Havel. I don't feel like doing the frickin' make you fall off the stairs thing. That takes way too long. This goes so much faster. What it's high risk, high reward. Because if he hits me with that club while two-handing it, I'm just probably just dead. You get him away from the wall so I can get back to backstabbing him. Come on. Learning I have enough stamina to tank one of those hits is a game changer with how aggressive I can be. Come on, fuckboy. Come on. Oh. That's more what I expected to happen. You know what it might be? This might be another Paladin Leroy scenario where he doesn't have the stats. No, then why would one hit do more? That doesn't make sense. Now we have Havel's Ring, a very important ring for a large part of the game. Because Havel's Ring greatly increases your equip load. So now, for instance, I could probably put on Havel's pants, and I'm not mid-rolling anymore. Can I put the gloves on? No, that's pushing it. Can I put lighter gloves on? Still pushing it. I can have on 2 pieces of clothing and not fat roll. Or mid roll, rather. Go all the way up. All the way up. $1,001, $1,002, $1,003. Are we there yet? There are a lot of stairs here. That's where everyone's like nobody will get. Hey, fuckboy. This is the end of the intended first area of the game. We could go up that way to the boss, but I could do something funnier. Why fight the intended first boss of the game when I can break it even more? Because the first boss on the game of the intended first boss of Dark Souls 1 is on like a perimeter wall kind of thing, which means there's another side of the wall, which means you can get around it. Actually, there's something funny I can do in Undead Burg backwards that I didn't do. Hold on. I also want to, now that I think about it, there is another crystal lizard up by the boss door. I will grab the crystal lizard and I will go through this area partially backwards, and then I will do another crime against God. So up here where the boss door is, and there he is. More twinkling and another chunk. Well, that guy killed himself. And this guy's protected by God. Like, look at this. Run in here before that guy gets up to me. Fuck you, walkie camera shit again. Now, we have the master key, and most people would assume that the master key lets you open every door. That's actually not true. There are a couple doors in Dark Souls 1 that do require the specific key that goes to that door. There is actually one of them here in Undead Burg, the first fucking area of the game. Also, here's yet another Black Knight in the first area of the game. Ow. Thankfully, because he's in the first zone, he has shockingly little health. This compared to his brothers that we did this to earlier. Because one more will kill him. Punch him in the dick. And he's dead. Hey, we got the Black Knight sword. Neat. It's a shame this is a fist and bow run. That would have been really good RNG early on. What's funny is that guy's land on is supposed to be an ambush, but we're coming from the wrong way, so he doesn't get to do it. Blackfire bombs do more damage. This door does not open from this side. You're supposed to come back here later. But what if you want to open this door now? Well, you can. You just have to be very careful to not trigger a cutscene a very specific point of the level, because it's very funny and only happens once. And if I don't trigger it, something fun will happen. So, over there is a set of stairs right between those pillars. There's a set of stairs. If we go past that set of stairs down to the next pillar, a dragon swoops by, stomps on the stairs, and flies away. This then puts the dragon on a bridge later in another area. If the dragon never lands on that on those stairs, the dragon never moves forward. So we don't go that way. That item over there is like a shield of some description. It's not very exciting.
Well, you seem to think I'll try.
Undead male merchant. The residence key and the bottomless box. Orange soapstone, dried finger. The dried finger is an interesting item. What it does basically is when you get invaded by another player, there is a timer that ticks down. The dried finger turns that timer off, essentially. There's like a bit more to it than that, but that's like the short version of what it does. You might be thinking, who the fuck wants to inflict that on themselves? People who like to do duels and fights and stuff. Now, to do the funny thing, and get behind that it does not open from this side door we talked about earlier. Now, the way you're supposed to get there, and there's the stairs I mentioned before. You're supposed to beat the boss of this area, go, how do you beat the boss of this area, progress through another section with the dragon, then you take a side path down, and eventually you get there and there's another boss, or you can come up to this ladder, look at that ledge, roll at it, miss because you are dumb, climb up the ladder again, Rick must on ED. Look at the far corner, not the near corner. Roll at it. Forget that there's not omnidirectional movement or omnidirectional rolling. Go up the ladder a third time. Tempting fate the entire time. Line it up a bit better. Roll. Land it, run at the wall, flick backwards, jump off, and land on the other side of the wall. We are not supposed to be here yet. That's an angry dog. That was an angry dog. And now, by the way, we run for our lives. Because all the doors kick open and multiple dudes come out with knives. And then the dogs get stuck on the stairs because they're dogs. Except for them. Now, when these guys have that across their body stance with a knife, you never want to hit them, because when they're in that stance, they will automatically parry anything you hit them with. It's annoying, it sucks, they do it again in Dark Souls 3. These skeletons in Dark Souls 3, in Catacombs of Carthus, do the exact same thing. It's almost the same stance, and it was a traumatic experience for a lot of Dark Souls 1 vets. And also, the reason we got the residence key from the Undead Meal Merchant, despite having the Master Key, is this door. Help me. Damn, I'm finished. Because this door, I believe, always needs the residence key.
Brilliant.
Hello, Griggs of Vinheim. He sells you magic and stuff. I just stole some guy's clothes from a bucket or a barrel, but whatever. And also, I believe one of the item, like, I love how the hollow, like, thieves just come out of empty rooms. Except for one. One has the Mailbreaker. But then the other one, I believe, was another it's just a square with a stone texture in it. So we come down here, and more of the same happens. And it's two groups of 3. Come on. Come on. Like, you're just gonna stand there with the auto parry stance thing. I'm just gonna shoot you in the head with a bow and arrow. Hey, look, more dogs. I cannot pet these dogs. They long for violence against my being. And again, one item or one door with item in it, which is the thief set or black leather set. And the target shield. It is not the same set that the Hollows wear, but it is similar. You see there's one guy there. Shock surprise, it was actually 2 Hollows. Now, up those stairs, we just walked past a fog wall, when that boss drops the key to the depths. The depths are right here, and it's another key that it's another door that requires the specific key, not the master key. But what's really funny is because we've gone so far fucking out of order, we don't have to do the depths. Except we kind of do. Because the depths is the location of something I need. However, I need to talk to this crazy lady first.
You still have your senses about you. Then why won't you buy some of my moss? I need your soul. Please.
We don't buy the moss. We buy poison arrows from the crazy lady. She sells poison arrows and fire arrows.
Come again, if you please.
And going straight back this. So pleasant for the ears. This is the other side. Up there is that stairwell I said to not fuck with. So we've completely skipped that section as well. It's a big ol' rat. Was a big ol' rat. Now you might be thinking, with that item over there, wow, they put an item on that thing you gotta jump to? It gets better. After a certain point, there's a fucking merchant over there too. But he does not spawn until after Quelaag, I think? Griggs? Where do I want to go next? For the first time in forever, I'm fully clothed. I'm legitimately, like, not sure where I want to go next. I could do most of New Londo now, but I need to get something else first. That's bad. Don't want to go down to that. I got a dung pie. Man shit himself when he died. How tragic. Ah, yes. Horrors beyond my comprehension. That guy would have been a pain in the ass if we let him hit us. He shoots toxic darts. Toxic is worse than poison. Well, now I'm probably going to slowly die because I don't know if I have enough healing to outlive the toxic buildup. Whoa, don't do that. And the last one drops the most important thing. Blooming purple moss, which cures toxic. And now the Firekeeper in Firelink Shrine is dead, probably. Because I touched that soul. That has nothing to do with her. Don't you just love game design? I picked up an item and it caused a murder. Got the Sealer set, the Remedy Sorcery, which if we were a mage, we could cure poison that way. if we now use, because this should take us back to Firelink. And oh, it's still lit. That's never mind. It went out. Firekeeper is absent. Cannot light bonfire. We come down here. I never saved Lautrec because I forgot, but dead. A guy named Lautrec has killed our Firekeeper. We can no longer use this bonfire until we do something about it. So what do we do then? We go up and up. And you might have noticed when I got the Dingy set from where the Firekeeper used to be, I also got something called the Black Eye Orb. Right? There's 3 eye orbs in Dark Souls 1. There's the red eye orb for invading. There's the blue eye orb for being a Blade of Dark Moon, Spirit of Vengeance. And there is the black eye orb. Big Chungus is really on my ass. Holy shit, he's right there. Hello. Back to the... I guess Chamber of the Princess is a good bonfire for this. So... we're gonna... Oh, there it is. Invade world of the murderer of the Firekeeper. Mystical orb found on a keeper's corpse. Invade the world of the murderer of a Firekeeper to defeat the perpetrator and reclaim the soul of the Firekeeper. The Black Eye keeps constant watch on the City of the Gods and Orlando. So that's how you find out where you're supposed to go to do this. Real quick though, I'm just going to spend my regular souls on leveling up a little bit. So then we get to come all the way back to our favorite room from before. Black Eye Orb on the bar. You feel the Black Eye Orb quivering. Invade the world of the Firekeeper's Killer. Switching for World of the Guilty. Invading World of the Guilty as a spirit of vengeance. You will now invade Lautrec to kill him and avenge our Firekeeper. Now, what is very funny is I don't have enough arrows for this. I don't have enough poison arrows specifically for this, but I can... Boink. Because if memory serves, you cannot sneak up on them. Once you cross a certain line in the room, they just like auto aggro on you. But this is boring. Yep, see the auto aggro once you cross like this line into going actually into the room.
Well, look at you. I thought you were wiser. But I thought wrong.
Now, the blue effect on their feet means they do not take fall damage, which means you can't stall them out by making them drop off the ledges over and over again. They thought of that. Lautrec's weapon is the Shotel, which... What the fuck happened to him? The Shotel... hits through shields. That's its gimmick. It's... Other than that, it's not the best weapon in the game. It's like kind of mid to bad, aside from that fact. He can also swap from dual Shotels to a parrying dagger, which he tried to do there for a second. But if memory serves, I think the only one I need to kill is Lautrec, so I can just kind of avoid the other two, since he likes to be in front for whatever reason today. Or I could get parrying dagger, that always works. Ow. Alright, in the remake they changed it so invaders can't use items, but they get their Estus, that's right. Yeah, that was gonna happen with the spear guy. Luckily, I can just pick up my shit and try again. But Lautrec's whole thing is based on like a high-end gank, pretty much. However, what I can do to make it a little better is if I go human first and kindle this bonfire, I will have, because this is the bonfire I have rested at, that's what determines my Estus when I get summoned or invade. It's like, oh, 10 will be plenty enough. No, I will not have 10, I will have 5. Because when I went in there to invade, you might have noticed I did not have 5, I had 2. But 2 is not half of 5. It rounds down, not up. For summons and invaders, it uses the I think it's Dark Souls 3 logic. Half Estus rounded down. What's really funny is they have like a permanent fall control, which is the name of the spell in Dark Souls 1. That was a lot of free hits. on down. Now you might be wondering, why do I keep turning my turning my front to them whenever I go to heal? That's because I believe because they are player entities, they have the ability to backstab, and I don't want to get backstabbed out of a healing animation. That's bad. Yep. That spear guy hitting me right as my invincibility frames ended. Right as soon as... I gotta get rid of the spear guy, because the spear guy's gotten me killed every time. I'm curious about something. So I can't block anyway because he has the Shotel. Do I have the stats to do this? No, I don't. But I can do this. Mage guy's like, I'm helping. That worked out. Well, while they're stuck like that, I can beat him up. And now they're unstuck. Spear guy is almost dead though, which is good. And mage guy with his bare hand does like literally fuck all, which is good as well. Spear guy's dead. Mage guy's dead. And Lautrec's dead. Fireballs! Yum. The guilty pay the price, returning with souvenir of reprisal. Oh fuck, hello. The guilty pay the price. That's such a frickin' like metal line. The guilty pay the price. and we return. Well, before we return it, it actually has a unique description. Soul of the Ash Maiden, Firekeeper of Firelink Shrine. A Firekeeper's soul is a draw for humanity, and held within their bosoms below just a thin layer of skin are swarms of humanity that writhe and squirm. Was the Ash Maiden locked in this prison for some transgression, or by her own will? Now she's back.
Thank you.
And now she talks.
Anastasia of Astoria. Now I can continue my duty as a keeper. But I only hope that my impure tower will defend.
What's really fucked up is when we tried to talk to her earlier in the game before you revive her, it says no response. She does not speak. I forget if it's confirmed or just heavily implied that her tongue was cut out before you revive her. And the skirt that goes with her outfit is the bloodstained skirt. It is thought to have once been the white skirt of a maiden, but its true origin is lost in patches of blood. Perhaps its former wearer was maimed to prevent escape. So it's implied that to get her in that cage originally, they cut out her tongue and either broke her legs or clipped her Achilles tendons or something so she couldn't walk. Dark Souls, everybody. Horrible, horrible trauma. But now if we go here in Anor Londo, and we run all the way down this hallway, now there's an item over here that wasn't here before. We get all of Lautrec's armor. And from killing Lautrec, we also got the Ring of Favor and Protection, also known as the FAP Ring, because FAP, Favor and Protection. A ring symbolizing the favor and protection of the goddess Fina, known in the legend to possess fateful beauty. This ring boosts its wearer's HP, stamina, and max equipment load, but breaks if ever removed. And for the sake of clarity, it's not just, oh, it's broken, you take it off, you have to repair it at the blacksmith every time. No, you take off the ring, and it's gone. Forever. Fina is a fickle bitch. Helm of Lautrec the Embrace, representing the goddess Fina's love. During his solitude, he forsook everything, for he believed in the goddess's love for him. Armor of Lautrec the Embrace, representing the goddess Fina's love. The goddess's arms wrap around it as if to embrace the wearer. So basically, short version is, Fina is a very fickle goddess who's very like, you either love me or I don't care about you. And Lautrec was like, fuck yeah, I love crazy women. Apparently. Also, for killing Lautrec in the invasion, we got a souvenir of reprisal. A blood-drained, shrunken ear, souvenir taken for subduing the guilty. The knights called the Blades of the Dark Moon punish the guilt-soaked offenders of the gods and take this as proof of their conquest. The earless corpses of the guilty will be left behind as a warning to others, inspiring both fear and respect for the gods, such as the eternal mandate of the Dark Sun. I just love how random item descriptions have lines like that that just go hard for no reason. Such is the eternal mandate of the Dark Sun. Also, I love how it's like a community meme about like the whole try jumping next to a bottomless pit for a message, but the very first item to write messages, the orange guidance soapstone, strip says, "In Lordran, the flow of time is distorted, and messages allow undead to assist or deceive one another." So the devs basically just encourage you being a little shit with messages. Also, even the Estus flask has a hell of an interesting description. The Estus flasks are linked to the Firekeepers. The Dark Tales also make reference. An emerald flask from the Keeper's soul. She lives to protect the flame and dies to protect it further. Also, I don't think the phrase "the Dark Tales" is ever mentioned again. Oh yeah, I forgot. In Dark Souls 1, in Dark Souls Remastered, the Dried Finger allows you to summon a second summon. So you could have you and... Actually, no, it's three, sorry. A third Phantom. So you could have yourself and three homies. You could have even more of a gank than Lautrec did, but using the Dried Finger enables a second invader. Oh, the Dark Tales thing. It's just there's a lot of things that are like mentioned across all the games that they're just not really relevant. It's what's more likely is they wanted to use that little poem line of the Emerald Flask from the Keeper's Soul, blah blah blah. It's just like, you ever like when World Building, you just like it's a term they made up, probably with no intent of ever using it again. Like, for instance, for the Lloyd's Talisman. Talisman used by Allfather Lloyd's cleric knights to hunt down the undead blocks Estus recovery within a limited area. In the outside world, the undead are accursed creatures, and Lloyd's cleric knights are widely praised for their undead hunts. This blessed talisman blocks undead recovery, allowing knights to fight with impunity. Allfather Lloyd never shows up, and is only mentioned in very, very few item descriptions. If memory serves, in Dark Souls 3, they bring back Lloyd Talismans as the oh Jesus. Okay. Oh yeah, it's on the late side, so maybe I should wrap this up. we'll have more Breaking Dark Souls 1 in half another time, probably not so late. Probably an afternoon rather than an evening. This was kind of a spur of the moment thing. Ta.